Ooh. Lord have mercy. There must be a storm a brewing. My bones is aching. All right. Me, myself, and I. Just the way I like it. So what are we doing today? I'm still recovering from a bicep surgery, distal tendon repair, and I haven't really been cleared to do any kind of resistance training. So, I'm trying to find creative ways of working my upper body that doesn't involve using the bicep on the eccentric movement, which, bench press up, kind of engaging your bicep as you lower the weight to your chest. That could potentially be too much. That being said, you can still squat and do a bunch of other stuff. I don't have much to say, so let's get after it. Because I'm 50 years old, it's funny, like, once I warm up, I'm as mobile as I've ever been, but until I warm up, I can barely move. It's weird. You see me doing, like, Muay Thai or combat sports. Like, oh, this guy moves pretty good for his age. But if you ever, like, broke into my house in the morning before I've stretched, I wouldn't be able to do anything. The number one thing for us to maintain as we age is our mobility. You guys take it for granted being able to get into a seated squat position. I'm here to tell you, once you lose that, it's difficult to get it back. It can be done though. That's the thing, is a lot of guys my age have given up, and they think that they can't do anything, because they can't get in a seated squat position or they don't have mobility. But you can. It just you have to start small and work your way into it. It's the hardest part is just taking that first step and doing it. Which cat was that? No, we got 4 people online. Who do I got? It's Saturday. Is there any major sports going on right now? Oh man, I've been having problems with. Give me a second here. Been having issues with nosebleeds. Just my left nostril. I had my nose broke about four times. And recently, I was doing some light sparring. The guy tagged me right where the cartilage meets the bone. So this cut right here, and they had to cauterize it, but it'll just start bleeding randomly. There we go. That takes care of that. All right, who we got on the chat? What's up, Pixart? I'm doing okay. Just trying to get back into training. I'm, 3 months out of surgery, so I'm at the point where I can start doing light resistance training with the bicep. I've been doing a lot of isometrics, like static holds, that kind of thing. Got full range of motion. Good. Touch my shoulders. Scars. Scars are healing pretty good. Actually, they're a little red. Huh. That actually doesn't look that great. Looks like I got a little abrasive there. But anyway, yeah, things are coming along nice. I've been training off camera. I've been doing lots of, I don't know, man. It's kind of, I've been hurt before to where I've been sidelined and I couldn't train, or I had to, start over. Like when I blew my shoulder out, I was benching 420 pounds roughly, and then I had to start over with like 135 or the barbell. But I didn't have to stop training. I just had to go light. When my back went out, it took me a long time before I could get ass to grass mobility, but I didn't have to stop training. I could still do, partial squats, one-legged squats, that kind of thing. The challenge with this surgery has been, this is the first time I've been hurt to where I can't use the arm. Like I'm not allowed to do any resistance training with the muscles. So I'm like, what do I do? How do I work upper body? You'll have one giant arm like a fiddler crab. Runner boy, what's up? So it's do you use nicotine at all? Matthew Miller. Yes. I was using a vape for a while, but I don't do that anymore. What are those nicotine gum? I like to chew on those while I'm at work. I think I actually think they kind of help with cognitive ability. Good to hear, especially if the problem with your arm is getting better. Yeah, no, my arm's getting better. I'm just not sure. Like, part of it is I'm afraid. Like I'm gonna do some curls today, just kind of test it out. But I'm just scared. I feel like I can start benching again. Yeah, Runner Boy, it's an early live. I'll be climbing the world's highest solo mountain in a few months. Highest solo mountain? What do you mean by solo mountain? I've never smoked or had any nicotine products. That's good. I actually think a little bit of nicotine can help, especially, and I'm not in any way advocating smoking. Let's get that clear. At all. Smoking is like the worst thing you could possibly do, but like chewing on nicotine gum, there is some evidence to support that it helps, like a cup of coffee, it helps with cognitive ability. It just makes you a little sharper. It's a bit of a stimulant. Zins for schoolwork. Yeah. But, like anything else, you just kind of got to watch, anything that you can become addicted to. So Single Mountain Everest is a mountain range. I don't know. So single mountain, as opposed to a mountain range. Is that what you mean? Single Mountain Everest is a mountain range. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, I understand. So which mountain is that? Which mountain would that be? Pouches. Nicotine. No, nicotine gum, like what they give you to quit smoking. Adderall. Jeez. Dude, I'm shocked to find out how many adults that I know, like everybody's on Adderall. They just, I don't have, I do not use Adderall, but like almost all of my coworkers, it's weird. All of the office coworkers, so managers, project managers, engineers, they all are on Adderall. The guys in the field are not. And I've often wondered, like, the difference of responsibilities and what the correlation is. And how come the guys that work in the field aren't on stuff, but all the guys that work in the office are? And I'm blessed because my position is, even though I run all of Las Vegas, I have my position is autonomy. Like I'm just driving around site to site all day, so I'm not in the office. I'm not in the field. I'm like a warrant officer in the Marine Corps. I'm just kind of there but not there, everywhere at once. So I don't have to deal with office politics and all the bullshit that comes with it. I love my job. It's pretty cool. Like if you're an introvert like me and you like people but you don't like them enough where you want to hang out with them all day long, perfect job. And you don't have a huge chain of command that's micromanaging you, and as long as you get your work done and nobody complains, you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's an 8-day hike. I'm doing a lot of training for endurance. Yeah, I bet. So which mountain are you climbing? How much can you squat? I don't know right this minute. But before I had my surgery, which was on March 20, I was squatting close to 700 pounds in sleeves. Because being in the office is boring as fuck. Well, yeah, but they're also vile to each other. Like office politics, everybody's passive aggressive. Everyone's friendly to your face, and they talk shit about you as soon as you leave. Every time I visit the office in Utah or wherever, not so much Henderson. Those guys are all pretty good. There's this weird thing where everybody's talking about someone else, and I just have to assume that if they're talking about other people, you're also being talked about as soon as you leave, and it's so fucking weird. And in the office, people will have these complaints, unresolved conflict, but they don't directly address the person they have the conflict with. They just go behind his back, and I've often wondered, like, well, if you got an issue with somebody, why don't you just go talk to them? And they can't. No, you don't do that. Well, why? I don't understand it. And I just can't do it. I can't do that. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you like me. You could hate my fucking guts, but if you're honest with me and we work together, I could still work with that. I don't need you to like me. I just need you to fucking be honest with me. And these snakes, everybody's your best friend. But as soon as I leave, all I hear about is, oh, did you hear what James said about you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, he brought up something that happened 2 years ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's just, I don't know, man. I can't do it. Adderall is fun. I would imagine Adderall is fun. So you're climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, runner boy. Is that correct? Are you telling me you're going to Africa to climb Kilimanjaro? Yeah, I love my job. So I'm the Las Vegas area safety manager. Now the job itself is boring, and I would not waste your precious time trying to explain or convince you that it's cool, because it's not. I'm a fucking safety manager. I've been in construction for 25 years, and I decided to get out of the field, and I've been doing it for like 10 years now. Safety managers suck. There's nothing exciting about the job. Nobody likes them. I get along with my guys because I have a good relationship with everybody, and I know everyone I'm working with. And some of them are practically family. I know them for 20 years. But generally speaking, the safety manager's the fucking nerd of construction. Like nobody likes that guy. They usually don't have any experience in construction, and they're out there like this fucking goober, like, telling people to put their safety glasses on. I'm not that guy. I'm in charge of safety for the whole company. So it's more like an engineering position. I'm in charge of the cop that's on the project that's telling you to put your glasses on. Like, he works for me. Is this a Q&A live? No, I'm going to actually do some exercise, but I just like to talk to everybody. Bluebeard. That's fucking cool, dude. So who was it that banned everyone the last time? I'm still wondering. I think it was Middle East Beast, because he got on one day and he just started fucking picking fights with everybody, and he banned a bunch of people that I'm friends with. And me being not a YouTube expert, I didn't know that I had this option where I could go to community moderation and just look at who's on the banned list. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm kind of one of those learn as you go kind of guys. And so I got this list of hidden users, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit, all these are friends of mine. And I'm wondering, oh, it says show 48 more. Holy shit. I'm like wondering why I haven't heard from these people in a while. So he just went on there, I'm guessing, he went on there and just fucking banned all these people. Let me see here. One-Eyed Willie. Man, I'm having some problems here. Hold on, guys. This is not good. You know what? I haven't had this problem all goddamn day, and I decided to go live, and now it's going to start. What I'm using here. All right. All right, sorry about that. So, all these people look like they should be. Like, yeah, like I had Cephas on here. Uh, Genetic beast. Like half these people, I don't even know who they are. I don't remember having conversations with any of these people. I'm kind of thinking about just wiping this whole list, like taking everybody off of it. Afro Samurai. He doesn't. I feel like I've talked to him before. Some of them are like names that are like racist, like Nick Kerr, Nickkerr. Like, okay. Uh, or like mini bike racing. I'm gonna take him off the list. Joe Cooper, Captain Farron, the Borg Pug, 9 Inch Balls Incorporated. That's a good name. Jose Alex. Loose Gooses for Fursona. Loose Gooses for Sona. Isn't that who is that? That sounds familiar. Training legs, yes. So that's a cranial muck Mukherjee. Give everyone a clean slate and go from there. Yeah, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take everybody off this list. And how do I select everybody at once? All channels can redirect to my content. Commerce. All right, so there we go. The list is clear. Nobody's blocked anymore. Save. Bam. We'll just see what happens. Have to do all this all over again. Ryan Mora. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Smart Gamer in the house. Do the settings you turn on work, the moderation activity thing? Yeah, all it does is timestamp. So if you guys do something, I just see what time it happened so I can correlate. I trust you guys. I don't have any issues. You should set up the channel membership so people can be members. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, Runner Boy. So I actually have a plan. I'm going to do a Discord channel, and I'm going to offer like something like a really, really low membership price, like $2 or something, or maybe even $1. Just something to gatekeep. And I know there's trolls that will pay $2 to get in there, but I just want to. I'm going to grandfather in everybody that has been with me, and then from moving forward, anyone that wants to join in. I want to. Here's the problem. Like the problem is my work schedule. So yesterday I worked 14 hours. I came home. My buddy's got his Ford. He's got a Ford F-150. It's a 1997 with a 7.5 liter V8, and he asked me to help him work on it. So I spent a couple hours on that. Just by the time where am I going with this? I don't know. If I did a Discord, would I have the time to dedicate to being on it? Like historically the path. The problem I've had is I just have bad time management, and I run out of time. I get up for work at 4 in the morning. I'm out the door. I try. Well, no, I get up at 3. I'm out the door at 4:30. On the job site by 5. Sometimes I get off early. I can get off as early as 10, 11, 12 some days. But other days I work till 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it's like I come home. I got my kids, and they have all their stuff. We do Muay Thai training. Della's got Girl Scouts. They're both in band. She's in the chess club. Fill in the blank if she's in it to Girl Scouts. I don't want to. I do these live streams, and then after that, I'm like, I'm done. If you pay $2 to troll, you're automatically the real winner. Hell yeah. Runner Boy, you have a bunch of members already. You know what? I'm going to do that. I am. Any absent Jarl was going to help me set it up. So I think I'm going to do that. Sabri Pelvin, thank you. What are you thanking me for? What's your goal? Oh, um, well, so when I got injured, I was the strongest I've ever been in my life, ever. At 50 years old, I was never stronger than I was when I blew my bicep off my. Uh, what bone is that? Is that the ulnar bone? Whatever. I had the highest deadlift, highest squat, highest, not quite the highest bench, but definitely the highest total. And I was going to break records. I was going to get into the 1,700 pound club. I was a man. And I got injured. Now I'm at the point where there's another competition at the end of the year that I can do. But if I can't do my best, do I do that competition? Or I do also train Muay Thai, and I'm down 30 pounds. I've lost weight. I'm getting more athletic. And I thought maybe I could throw 3 or 4 months just at that and put all my effort into fight training, because I'm kind of wanted to see how good I could get at my age. Um, so I have to kind of the fight. If I train Muay Thai, that's easier. It's way easier on the body. It's better all around for as far as general fitness. There's cardio, flexibility. Maybe not as strong, but I could still be super strong. I mean, I could work up to like 80% of what I was pushing, and that would be fairly maintainable. So the bottom line is, I don't know. I'm kind of at the crossroads where I'm ready to start training again. And do I go back into powerlifting, and do I go right? Like, part of me thinks that if I don't, I won't ever do it again. Um, but I'm also scared that I might re-injure myself. That do I could, if I wanted to be smart about it, I think what I would do is I would slowly ramp up the intensity of my training, take the rest of the year off, really start, do some block periodization, and then at the beginning of next year, I should be theoretically healed up and ready to do that first competition of the year, and I'd be right back where I was. Dolores, what's up? We got the Foot Ticker. What's going on? And Foot Ticker James. He's asking about shoe size. We got Sabri. Oh, yeah, let's see. First stream I've caught in a while. Yeah, I haven't talked to you quite a bit. Well, I've been lazy with the streaming. I was doing them almost every day, and now I'm doing them like one every 5 days. The thing is I've got to start. My rule is to never miss more than 3 days of training, and I've broke that like 3 or 4 times this month. You almost look like Wolverine. Thanks, Nate. Stop crying, twerp, grow up. God mode 69. Hell yeah. That's the attitude. I'm going to keep how much I'm making from YouTube secret. Yeah, dude, it's nobody's business, Runner Boy. It's also not important. Like, I don't know, like, if you say how much money you make, you're trying to do one of two things. You're either trying to, like, help motivate someone like me, or you're trying to flex on somebody. And it's just like, it's nobody's business. But I kind of get where you're going with it. Like, I could be doing a lot better. God mode 69, unpierce your ears. I'm going to get more piercings. So I've got 3 right now. I only have 2 in, but I kind of want to get these and then up here. So I'm going to actually I'm going to look like a shower curtain. Why not take a good chunk off from powerlifting and gain your passion back? Well, still, man, I know it's fear. It's fear that's holding me back. So the only way to deal with fear is exposure. And I feel like if I don't get back on the horse, I won't. I'll come up with some kind of excuse. And this is the first time in my life where, like, I've never stopped lifting, even when I blew my shoulder out over my back. I just kept going. I don't know. You don't look strong, my boy. Thanks, Gareth. I wonder what you look like. Do you drink alcohol? No, I have not had a drop of alcohol since 2013. Demetrius. How do you unpierce an ear? Super glue. Ever thought about dropping weight and competing in a lighter weight class? Well, I was when I first did my YouTube channel, I was competing at 198. I just shat my pants. That happens, man. It's a bummer. Let's see, what do we bond? And if anybody ever has a profile picture, I always check their page out just to see who I'm talking to. Bond, what's up? I can tell you'd be fun to hang out with. And then anybody that comments on what I look like, if they don't have a profile picture, I don't know how to take them seriously. Usually there are people that shouldn't be commenting on the looks of anybody. They look like someone put out a forest fire on their face with a screwdriver. West Close Wolverine flashbacks. Let's see here. What is your advice to anyone trying to stop drinking alcohol? That depends. So, Demetrius, you have to want it. I'll be serious for a minute. I relapsed 13 times over a period of 2 years trying to get sober. And then what happened when I sobered up, I went from drinking every day to not drinking at all for like a month or two, and then having a huge bender. And that turned me into a binge drinker. And that usually that made the problem way worse because I would do fine for a few months and then I would go on this epic bender and disappear for 3 or 4 days and wind up like. Should I tell him that one? I have some stories. But I digress. Why? Why am I even talking about that? Well, I didn't want to quit drinking. I knew I had to. The consequences were bad. I had lost work. I was alienating family members. But now I'm exasperating the problem because, people are worried about me just like losing my shit. And I had no personal freedom. Anytime I had time off, people were like worried about well, what's he doing? It wasn't until I had that last bender I went on, which was epic. Holy shit! I literally wound up with my car, a Mustang, a stick shift Mustang, up in the mountains, the ridge that goes from Las Vegas Valley to Pahrump. I wouldn't call them mountains, foothills maybe. I was on a fire break about a mile and a half in. Don't know how I got there. Blackout. The car had no gas left in it because I guess I was running. I almost froze to death. There was no cell phone service. That was bad. And I broke into it. Well, I don't want to get into that. I did some things. Anyway, I got to the point where I was done. I just couldn't do it anymore. I officially was just done. I just did not want to drink anymore. I couldn't stand the smell of vodka. It was just bad. But because I honestly didn't want to do it anymore, I was actually able to quit. And I thought about all those times that I was trying to quit but couldn't. What was the difference? And the difference was I really wanted it this time. So that's tough because, I quit because my son was born. I quit because my wife was going to leave me. I quit because my job was going to fire me. I quit because I had all these reasons why I needed to quit, but I still wanted to drink. And I was able to put 6-7 months of sobriety together. And thought I was doing really good, but one bad day, I was driving home from work. I was coming from the mine up at Molycore, and you pass this little town with casinos in it, and I just had this thought popped into my head: why not get a beer? And just like that, I was in automatic robot mode, and there was nothing that would dissuade me. And that's the difference between then and now, because now there's no scenario where I would drink in any situation. I just don't want to. I buy my wife alcohol. We go out, we hang out, we go to bars, we party with people. I'll buy her booze. She likes top shelf whiskey. I bring her cognac. I enjoy hanging out with her while she's drinking, and I'll have coffee. It's awesome. I don't know. if you're trying to drink, if you're trying to quit, the biggest thing you have to do is seek the help of other people. You can't do it alone. All right, Georgie. I'm sorry, but your shirt looks gay today. And Liberace, gay today than Liberace's dress, purse, jewelry, and makeup put together. You could do better than that. Come on. See, the problem with that joke is it's like you're trying to do the mic drop, but it doesn't work because that's absolutely not true. Like, okay, so here's a good one. George, you could have said, you look gayer than 8 guys trying to fuck 9 guys. Yeah. There you go. Mic drop. Boom. So work on that. Work on that a little. If you're going to be mean, be funny and hit the like. Bobby, what's up? My mom used to be a bartender and she was into the mixology stuff. Whiskey, and I did not like it. That's good, man. If you don't like alcohol, that's just one problem you'll never have to worry about. Demetrius, hey brother, I know I'm words on the screen, but you're a strong man to put your feelings out there for people to say they're dumb opinions about. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I have pretty thick skin, you know. I don't care. Like most of the time, it's just a little circle with a letter in it telling me Where about in America are you from? From the Midwest. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and I currently live in Las Vegas, Nevada. How's your recovery coming? Mike Williams. Pretty good. How bad was your alcoholism at its worst? Yeah, as bad as it could be. And I'm not trying to do that thing like mine's worse than yours. Dude, I was bad. It was just I was out of control. Like the worst thing I ever did. I'm going to share with you the worst thing I ever did. And we're not talking about accidents or doing harmful things. The thing I feel the most bad about that I've ever done in my life was my ex-wife went to work and I had my newborn son in the bassinet next to me, and I said, I'm not going to drink today. She left the house, and I got that thought, man, I really, really want to drink. But I'm like, no, we're not going to, we're good. And half hour later, you get that craving, and it just keeps gnawing at you. And there's a 7-Eleven right down the street. I could be there and back in 2 minutes. And I'm looking, and I got my newborn. I'm like, man, what if he turns over? He could choke to death. There's so many bad things that could happen in 2 minutes. You don't leave a newborn, ever. And I'm like, I'm not going to. So I did. I fucking went to the store. I got 2 beers, and I came home. I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, what if something's happened to him? All these thoughts are just racing through my head about all the bad things that could happen because I made that decision. And when I got home, he was sleeping in the bassinet. It looked perfectly fine. And I just looked in the mirror when I went to the bathroom, and I looked at myself, and I was like, you are the fucking biggest piece of shit. I hated myself. Like, you have no willpower. You can't even just fucking sit there for, that was the worst. That was just be, and what people could argue was like, we went 2 blocks, you picked up a beer, and you came home. Like, what's the harm? So, it's like, because in my mind that was so unforgivable. And just the fact that I couldn't summon up enough willpower to just like go 8 hours, I found your twin. Let's see. I tried the orange alcohol. I think it was whiskey, and it legit burned my mouth. It's funny. You kind of grow. Like, I drink black coffee, and it's disgusting, but I love it. You get used to the way things taste. From Scotland, and trust me, it's bad here. We have the most alcohol and drug deaths by population in the world. It's not even close. That's a bummer, man. There are pockets in the United States that are like that. When I was working back, my job took me to the panhandle of West Virginia, and I was in a town called Martinsburg, and basically they had our chemical plant, which was huge, and everybody made 6-figure incomes that worked there. But then they had the town where everybody was dirt poor and addicted to heroin. And the whole economy of that town was that plant. You either worked at that plant or you worked at a bar or a restaurant. and it was just terrible. Like I couldn't believe how bad it was. But I imagine it's probably like that. I don't get the head down. You wait, Jamie McFadden, Bond, get the head down. You shite house. Let me see here. What's the word on baby? What's the word on baby? I'm not sure I understand. Bro, I do ban this Bond kid, dude. Why? Why? What are we banning it for? I don't. What is the issue? Bond Sanders looks like you, man. Pay attention to me. I love you, brothers, for strong sharing your alcoholism. Thank you. Appreciate that. We look a lot alike, big dude. Let me see. What does Bond look like? Yo, it's you channel. That's pretty good. Nice. Let's see. Well, guys, I did this to myself. I unbanned everybody. Well, so Bond joined in June 21st, 2025. So that tells you everything you need to know right there. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, he can say whatever he wants. Steven Sullivan, Semper Fi, brother. Carl England. Okay. Stop harassing normal viewers. Smart Gamer. Smart Gamer is my boy, man. Everybody should be getting along. What happened? What's going on here? Am I missing something? Been through all. Bond is a troll, although he's not very good at it. Ever seen the movie Trainspotting? Yeah, that was a great movie. I don't care what everybody says. You're dressing gay, my man. Georgie, I don't know what to say, George. Today is day one of me trying to get healthy, and I'm still very overweight. I need to get my shit together. We all need to get our shit together, Dolores. Christina Remington, hey, baby. My wife's in the house. So Georgie says I look gay, but he keeps trying to reiterate that point. I don't really know what to say about it. Like, cool, I guess. Nick Hughes. What's up, Nick? Just a dude that looks like you. Bond Sanders. How old are you, Bond? I just worked 2 functions today, one for Pride and another for Juneteenth. Oof. What are you doing, security? No, Georgie's fine. I kind of was giving Georgie shit because he tried to do he tried to make a joke that wasn't funny. He was using Liberace as the it's leaked out my pants, gangster. Yeah, Bond. I don't know. Keep working at it, Bond. There's nothing worse than a troll that isn't funny. All right. Let's do this. It's the first time I've streamed a couple of times and I didn't even work out the last time. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a couple sets of squats and I'm going to do some other leg exercises. I'm going to mix it up a little. guess I should wear this just in case. Safety first. So, babe, Bond's a troll account. He's just a guy. We call them alt accounts. It's an extra account of somebody else with the purpose of trolling people. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm apathetic to it. I don't care one way or another. Um, I try to encourage them to at least be funny. Um, so far, I'm disappointed. Funny enough, in 8th grade, my science teacher joked that for my birthday, she'd get me a pride cake if I came out of the closet. Don't hate, I could deadlift 225. Good for you, brother. I mean, Diane, bro, got the coolest t-shirts. Thank you. What do you say? Hasnain YT? How many children you born with the help of that body? 2 that I'm aware of. No, I'm just troll accounts are alt accounts by default to just troll, but alt accounts in general aren't used for trolling. Like the one time Middle East Beast banned me and I used my alts. Yeah, and so I don't really understand that. Like, I could see like people that have like 2 channels because they want to have 2 types of different content, and it algorithmically doesn't work. But I'm still who I am in both accounts. Like, I don't get these people that have like 10 different accounts so they could just harass others. But I also don't understand why the people that they're harassing get so bent out of shape about it. You know, it's like, okay, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to get upset about that. That speaks to somebody that's got like kind of mental issues. I mean, like, who has time for this shit? Like, do they have jobs? Do they work? You know, I don't know. Julian Burney, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Your city, Las Vegas, Nevada. Bond Sanders at deadlift is impressive. I wish I could deadlift 225. I could do 225 with one arm. How old am I? M.E. Ibrahimi. I hope I said that right. I'm 50 years old. What's up, Craig? Dude, I appreciate you saying that, Ha's name, but I actually feel extremely weak. I've lost 30 pounds and I haven't been training. Are you natty ever been juicy? Yes and no. No and yes. Wait. No and yes. Ever been juicy? Are you natty? So, yes and no. Or yes and, yes and yes. Eli Blankenship. Bond looks like you. Yes, they've been telling me that for about 10 minutes now. Don't get beat up. How's your bicep doing? It's doing okay. The problem I've had with the bicep is not that it's not healing. I don't know what I can do with it yet. And I've been afraid to like, kind of, I want to get my doctor to sign off on what I'm able to do. You're a big fan, only one guy I know. Bond stole a picture of you. Yeah, I think it's awesome. So when you're on a construction site, generally you've made it when somebody draws a picture of you in the shitter, and it's like usually you getting like a big old dick stuffed in your face. And that's like, if I'm on a job and I don't have somebody that's disparaged me in a porta shitter, I feel like, man, when I get troll accounts that are commenting pictures of me, that's like, man, I've really made it. I'm going places. What's the crown? Can you fly B-2 bomber? weird. I don't even know how to like to have a discussion with this chat. I'm a big fan of backwoods rolling papers, right? They're bad for the lungs. My favorite flavor is banana. Matt, what's up, Semper Fi, brother? Where have you been? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Or I guess you could say, where have I been? Yeah, Bobby's in the house. He popped on already. How you made it on a construction site. Yeah, you know you're somebody when they're drawing pictures of you in the shitter. To make enough money passively to where I can have enough time as bond to where I can work out, game, sleep, repeat is the goal. And go out and eat Applebee's and Cheesecake Factory once in a while. Smart gamer, because I'm training you, I'm going to make a different suggestion. What I think somebody, a man of your age, who has not yet experienced the world, I think your goal should really be to find an adventure. You know, turn your life into an adventure. Now, what that adventure is, I don't know. But you got, man, if somebody told me that my life was going to be YouTube streaming, I would be really sad. You know, I got the powerlifting thing, and that's taken me all over the United States. But what's basically my life is I've struggled to find meaning and adventure. And now I've settled down. I've got kids, and I'm also at the age where, like, you know, I don't want to be running, you know, across the United States. But throughout my youth, I've always had this call to like go, and I've been around the world a few times. I think I've been to almost every state in the U.S. I've been to goddamn at least 30 different countries, and I think fondly of those times. You know. You don't box yourself up at the age of 15, man. Get out there, see the world. I have a request, and I need you not to freak out. Foot Tickler James. Okay, what do you got? I know we have history. Lay it on me, brother. And for Smart Gamer, just so you know, there's also, I'm not judging you either. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll take a nap. You know, like at this stage of my life, I wish I could do this now, because that would give me way more time to spend with my family and do stuff I want to do. You know, commercial construction. I don't want to be doing that shit when I'm 70 years old. You know, it's been really good to me. It's provided us with a life of abundance, but the trade-off is I've had to trade my time for money. And it's like time you'll never get back, you know. James, what's up, brother? You know, Foot Tickler. I should have known it was you. How have you been, James? The long-awaited one. Let's see. I'm Bully. Runner Boy. I'm Bully blocked by Astro. Now the third person after you. And Bobby, but you and Bobby recanted it. I'm tired of pretending my name is Max. And I'm tired of hiding my true colors. So you're not the James I thought you were. Let's see where this joke's going. All right, Matt C. I don't have anyone blocked. Okay, so this is a different conversation. Parallel bars. Say parallel bars and it'll summon Bobby to the live. Smart Gamer says, what are these people, bro? I don't know, man. This is a weird one. Astro, I think, just wants to be left alone. Matt sees best to do. I don't know. They're talking about someone else, apparently. Let's take a look at Foot Tickler's profile picture. He's got a picture of Max. I haven't thought about Max in like months. It's weird. Like ever since I started live streaming, I just decided to like stop caring about that small community that goes back and forth and just harasses each other. There's a weird thing that happens when you create a fitness channel. The second, and it's like a little box, like a denizen in the corner of YouTube that's got this group of people, and all they do is harass each other, and they're all small content creators. They compete with each other, they harass each other, they talk a lot of shit. And if you befriend any of them, it kind of, I don't know what the algorithm does, it sort of sucks you in and puts you in that box. And like for the longest time, like I would say for the first year or two of me doing YouTube videos, like I thought that's what YouTube was just being harassed by these motherfuckers. And like one day I just decided like, why do I care about this? Like, you know what I mean? Like people make, I don't know, I just decided I don't care. So I stopped caring. And ever since, my channel's grown. It's not big, but it's grown. And they're just irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? They're nothing. They're not good or bad. I have no opinion of them. People will bring up like, well, Max is talking shit about you again. And I'm like, okay. And like I just don't care. I don't know how to care about something so irrelevant. I don't know what else to say. It's just a waste of my time and energy, and I don't mean that in like I'm not trying to be condescending or act like I'm better than. It just doesn't matter. Like, even if they say hateful things, even if they say disparaging things, it just doesn't matter. It's just irrelevant. It's the same thing with like that whole thing with West Coast Wolverine. He was like coming on my page and screaming at me. I'm like, I'm stronger than you, and I'm like, cool. Like, I mean, okay, that's weird, but like, for a minute there, I kind of got sucked in, and I was trying to make him look bad. Until I realized like he actually has mental issues, and I was actually genuinely affecting him. And then I kind of felt bad. So ever since then, I just stopped. I just stopped engaging with all of them, and they just haven't been a problem. Like the community, that's what he's talking. Like Foot Tickler James, I'm just trying to help the community. Like, what the fuck is the community? What is that? What does that even mean? What is the community? You become sucked into the pit when you post fitness content, but you don't have to be, runner boy. You just stop. You just stop caring. Like, what are they going to come to your house and do something to you? Like, what can they do? They have no power. The only power that they have is what you give them. How many children do you have? 2. People who bring up XYZ talking shit about the community don't have any hobbies. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't matter. That being said, it's fun. It's fun when sometimes the content is funny, and I enjoy watching it. And every once in a while, like, I have been guilty of kind of throwing a little grenade out there just to see what happens. But that's for my own amusement, and nothing more, nothing less. And like, I don't know how to get angry about it. Like, if somebody talks shit about me, it's like, it's so irrelevant. It's hard to even have a feeling about it one way or another. I used to get really upset because I didn't like to have my integrity questioned. But then I realized, like, you can't control other people. You can't change them. You can't change their opinions. You can't change what they believe in. All you can do is control your own actions. And this fly is pissing me off. So my actions were to move on. And that's, yeah. Sometimes I miss them. Sometimes I miss the comments. Sometimes I miss people coming on and trying to start shit. Some say with good body, man, can born son more. Some say with good body man can born son more. Andrew Coyle. Which one's Millhouse? Who's Millhouse? What's wrong with atheism? Whoa, man, I don't know what conversation you guys are having. Atheism and talking about changing your gender, bro, what? Well, you can't change your gender. Georgie, what's up? Have you ever thought you were gay? Matthew Miller. Recently dislocated my shoulder with exercises to get my shoulder strength back safely. Recently dislocated my shoulder. What exercises to get my shoulder strength back safely? Well, I would need to know. I'd have to have a diagnosis. Like, why did it get dislocated? Like, where's the malfunction? Is it the labrum? Is it your what exactly is wrong with your shoulder? Like, you would want to know specifically. Bro, yesterday I saw Form Labs Form 3B going for $1,000 on eBay. I don't know what that is. The same people are keeping the drama alive and going. If it weren't for them, all those crooks would have died off from lack of drama. You know, and that's what I think it is. Like, people have these small channels, and it's like that's their social life, which concerns me. It makes me worried that they're not getting out and interacting with people. But I'm also a bit of an introvert, and I have the same issues, so I understand it. But it just makes me wonder. You know, you don't want to replace human interaction, which we've evolved to be interactive with other humans. It's very important. You don't want to replace that with this. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. I wouldn't be making videos if I thought it was bad. But, I also have, this is just a small percentage of my life. Same thing, the atheism comment. I could tell you a lot of things that I believe to be wrong with atheism, but let's see. Was doing dumbbell presses vertically, shit popped out of the socket. Dumbbell presses. So, did it pop out of your socket when you were on the eccentric, or which part of the lift? Which part of the lift did your shoulder dislocate? Are you on TRT? No. Yes, but no. Do you do sex with your daughter? Andrew, do you do sex with your daughter? That's shit over here. Let's see who we got here. 3 subscribers. Let's see. You've been February 10th, 2022. So you've had this account for a while. Nor J911. Andrew. No, I'm trying to think of something funny to say back, but I'm like, do you do sex? Heck, I love them. You guys, I'm sure my wife will take care of that one. I started watching adult videos in the 5th grade, and I don't know if that is why I am gay. It's a 3D printer that can print hyper-realistic organs and human body models. None that can actually be used in direct organ surgery transplants, but get the... Oh, that's cool. Okay, we got foot ticklers attacking profit. I'll let you handle that, brother. Actually, you actually do have the power to ban people. How did I not see that? How did you not see what? Man, I don't... This chat kind of sucks because, I'm not getting interesting enough comments to really do a discussion. So, I will do lift. But it is kind of funny when people, the comment where like my shorts are gay. Like, and if you knew like anything about combat sports, you would know that these are actually Muay Thai shorts. Uh, the same people that like they make comments about the fight training, but they don't know anything about what fighters wear. Like, well, fuck me then. Sorry for being invulnerable, Matthew. Yeah, you gotta, man. So here's the deal. You, the way your comments are worded, you have to remember when you're texting, nobody can understand context, tone of voice, body language, and for all intents and purposes, the comments you make are so off topic that one would only assume that you're trying to troll. You're trying to be funny. But so if you are actually trying to be serious, you need to state that you'd like to have a serious conversation. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't know. I didn't think you. I thought you were just trying to like be obnoxious, personally. Thank you, David. Yes, I am. I didn't see it until you read it. Arm wrestling is a real combat match. I don't. Somebody challenges me to arm wrestling. I'm like, no. What's wrong with this form that will cause issues? Okay, I've missed this conversation. I did Muay Thai for a while. I gotta say, it's a quite beautiful sport. I love it, man. I'm having so much fun with it. Atheists are sexua people. I'm not sure what that means. Glad you're wearing shorts today after the incident. I'm glad you caught that, man. Holy shit. I went in there and immediately deleted all those. I was like, damn. Um, Whew. I can tell I haven't trained in a while. Whoa! Whew. Oh, man. Wow. John Jones just retired. Finally. He injured himself. That was way harder than it should have been. Tag me in this. Hey, Double A, who are you talking about? The crowd shows true skill. Matt C, it's just a new feature based off of how many comments. Oh, you're talking about the little crowns on the chat thingy. Yeah, I think that's that just shows who's like who's commented the most, I believe. He's saying you have bad form. Who's saying who has bad form? Whew. Well, okay, so let's read the comment. Mart, period. He injured himself, period. He pushes himself too far. Yeah, dude. Tries to explode out off his chest. Not sure what that means. So cheats a notch. Not sure what that means. That's my opinion. He will attack me on this and make me out as a bad troll guy. I don't believe I've ever done that. But whatever. He also has a ton of excellent advice, so I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I can disagree with you. I don't think that's attacking you. My form is bad on what? See, when you say like explode off my chest, I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, anyway, Matt C says foot tickler is max. I could care less. I'm Matt C, and that's the truth. Smart. The bigger they are, the greater they fall. How much was the home gym? The total cost for all my equipment, because I did a lot of it like estate sales and stuff like that. I did spend a lot of money on the barbells. Like the Texas deadlift bar was like $400, and the Titan power bar was $300. I got the camber bar and the football bar, and I got a bunch of barbells. I bought those. The weights I could care less. 45 pounds is 45 pounds, so that's why I've got a mix and match. Those I bought from swap meets and estate sales. The rack I got for free. I've had that for 10 years, more than 10 years. Total, the amount of money I spent on all my equipment is probably about $5,000. If I were to get all of that equipment new, it would probably cost 10 grand. But I do things like OfferUp and Craigslist or whatever. What's up, Max? How's that bicep recovering? Oh, Liberty, what's up? Do you ever use kettlebells? Yes. Yeah, kettlebells are awesome. Liberty, I haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing, my brother? Prophet Fear, JT the Damned. Nelson says, hi. I see how it is, Runner Boy. I'm going to find online thumb war. Nice. Foot Tickler's got a bunch of, looks like dodo birds. We'll get you some seeds, Runner. Not sure what that means. I'm sure it's an inside joke. This is disappointing. The whole world is burning down around us, and we have so many things we could be talking about. And I just don't know what to do with these comments. What's up, Anime Diane? Any competitions coming up? Mike Williams. September. If I wanted to compete, September would be the next one. But we were talking earlier how about it might be smarter to wait till next year and just ease back into training slowly. I also kind of wanted to focus on Muay Thai training. I've lost about 30 pounds. And I'm starting to get pretty athletic comparatively. Thoughts on the Muslims? Thoughts on the Muslims? Well, kind of like the Nation of Islam, I think a lot of people need to understand that Muslim is a religion, not a nationality. Same thing with I think people confuse being Jewish with being Israeli. That's two different things. So I probably would need maybe a little more context for that question. should we help Israel or let them finish the war they started? Dude, this is what I can say. This is my personal opinion. Iran's been like one of the most evil regimes in my entire life, as long as I've been alive. Um, and we have an opportunity to just depose the, you know, the let's get. What are we talking about this for? I mean, they basically funded every terror proxy since the towers went down, and we have an opportunity to get rid of them bastards and maybe return Iran to the way it was before the religious fundamentalists took power. Iran was. I have a lot of friends that are Iranian. They're Americans, and we talk about how Iran was in the late '70s, early '80s, or before the Shah took power, and that was like a destination place. Very westernized. Kind of think about like Dubai, but without the overtones of religious fundamentalism. It's like Dubai, they're allowing the debauchery to happen within very strict and rigid rules and in a certain area, which is that beautiful city. But you can't step out of line. If you step out of line, like you're gonna go away. You're gonna get punished dearly. Well, Iran wasn't that. That was literally a culture that was becoming westernized, and they were an ally of Israel. They were an ally of the United States. That's how they got the F-14s in the first place. It was really turning into sounded like a really cool place to go visit. And now, they've oppressed that population for as long as I've been alive, and you can't speak out against it because bad things happen. Well, now's your chance. This is your window of opportunity. This may never happen again. Just get rid of them. That's just me. Make Iran a parking lot. So no, I don't agree with make Iran a parking lot because I love the Iranian people. They're awesome. It's the religious fundamentalists that gotta go. High Energy Ape, what's up? I saw a video of them burning the U.S. flag online. They tried making it seem like it was recently, but it was in the past. But people still defended them. They hate us so much. I don't think you can accurately say that about the Iranians. I mean, do you know any Iranians? And I'm not saying that to be like, well, do you know any? But like, seriously, have you actually talked to any of them? You know what I mean? A good podcast. What's that one? There's a podcast on YouTube that's pretty popular. It's God damn it, I can't think of the name of it. But he's an Iranian. And so you also have to remember that in a totalitarian government like the religious fundamentalists or communism or anything where you're kind of forced to agree with the ruling class and you're heavily penalized for disagreeing with them. Think of like an extreme example would be North Korea when they cried. The whole nation was crying when Fatty Ding Dong's dad died, and they would literally like try to outcry the person standing next to him because they can't be seen having less sadness than the guy next to him. So they're literally like having this cathartic reaction, like screaming and bawling. It's just like a mass hysteria. Or think about when the Bolsheviks took power, the Russians, and they were getting rid of the kulaks, and Stalin would have his quotas and say, "You're going to find 20 people from this village, and if you don't find 20 people, you're going to be on the list." And you have people that were literally ratting out their neighbors, saying, "I think that's," and just to get on the good side of the government. I mean, you can make the argument that like seeing a display like them burning an American flag. Would they be? The question I have is, would they be doing that if there was not such a severe penalty for not showing support? And some of the populace is supportive of that religious fundamentalist group. I mean, there is a percentage of them that are, ideologues that are. I don't know if you could call it a cult. What would you call it? They're ideologically possessed sycophants that do support that, but the majority of the Iranians, I would wager a lot of money on them being secretly pro-Western, and they wish they had their freedom. Because if you look at, like, who's that girl that decided she wasn't going to wear her hijab, and and she was seen in public wearing a dress, and they arrested her. Yeah, what happened to her? Like, it was something pretty extreme they did to her. Like, you just can't speak out in that country. But now, let's compare them or contrast them to, say, Iraq, where both the majority of the country is either one of the two major Muslim groups, you know, the Shiites and the what is it, the Shiite Sunni. You got the Sunnis and the Shiites, and they both hate each other too. Like, in absence of anyone else to kill, they'll kill each other. Those that entire populace falls under what is it? Shia law, Sharia law. Basically, they're governed by their religion. And they don't want Western culture. They never did. We were never going to bring them Western values because they don't value what we value. They don't see it. They don't want our way of life. So you can't compare country to country either. Even though they're all Muslim, the level of dedication to that religion varies. And I would say Iran is probably, of all the countries in the Middle East, the one that is most westernized, but they also live under the most authoritarian regime. So it's interesting. And it's interesting, like, the one time we could actually liberate and do a regime change, this is the one that we should try it on. It wasn't going to happen in Libya. You saw what happened there. The religious fundamentalists took over. Any power vacuum in the Middle East, with every country that we've tried to do regime change on, was almost immediately taken over by religious fundamentalists. But the one time it could very well be successful is Iran. And if you look at the history of that country, you would see what I'm talking about. They were literally allies with Israel. Allies with Israel. Think about that. And a lot of Israeli people have friends that live in the country and vice versa. And if they could free themselves to get out of there, they would in a heartbeat. A lot of them do come over to America and make it here, but very old civilization, beautiful. Persian, historically, turned into rubble like all the other countries. We've liberated, yeah, right? Rice from China, potato from South America, and corn from Africa. Okay. Good job, smart gamer. And take in mind that you're also talking to a retard that lives in his garage. So, like, if I do get, I'm sure I'm not 100% accurate on it. I try not to talk about things that I'm not knowledgeable about, but there are, I sometimes I'll come across a piece of information that contrasts with what I thought to be true, and I'm like, oh shit, so keep that in mind. It's not like I'm an expert on geopolitics, but hey, what's up, Homer from Russia? Takes a lot of self-awareness to admit this. Well, I mean, yeah, I have friends that are from Iran, so a lot of that comes from conversing with them, and plus my own research. But well, you have a degree and about 4 times my age worth of experience. If we talk about the entire situation, Egypt is helping Jews escape, but who cares? I'm here for lifting 5 days a week. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's easy to get lost in the weeds. All right. Do one more set of squats. Actually, what time is it? How long have I been online? 1:19. Whoa. It burns. Oh, it burns us precious. Oh, we talk about. Do you think the U.S. was mostly justified in war with Mexico in 1800s? Let me catch my breath there. No, it's good. I think it's awesome. You're a history nut job. The arms. It's coming along fine, but it's slow. I haven't done anything with it. All right. I gotta pick up the pace here a little bit. There we go. Make a little bandage here. I'm gonna take you guys for a trip here. Alright, time to burn some quads up. I think I'm gonna attempt to do like heavy static holds on the body. I'm just grabbing a weight. I don't usually like to use this thing, but that was fun. George Pudding Pie. The OG Georgie. Thank you. My gym is very disordered. I want to take everything out of the garage and reorganize it. Jen, you wanted an interesting question. You got one. Which one? Which one's interesting? Okay. Let's see. Do you think the U.S. was mostly justified in war with Mexico in the 1800s? When we brought TGEs, the states, as a reconciliation token after beating them in the war. Justified. The key word being justified. Do you think we were justified? Give me a little more context. because I know what happened as a result of the war, but the justification for going to war, as far as I know, was just only Georgie I ever liked was the one from Young Sheldon and Peppa Pig. Well, that's two. You said the only one you liked. The only Georgie I ever liked. Hi, sweet, beautiful boy. Noldas, what is going on? Noldas, you must be 100 years old if you're calling me boy. Here, let's do this. Instead of dragging my camera across the world. It's way easier. Uh-oh. Some Mexican guys was responding to the LA riots and asking for them to secede. Yeah, I saw that actually. He's a moron for a lot of reasons, because first of all, Spain is the one that held that territory for the longest amount of time. The second longest amount of time, this pre-war. So Spain, what about the indigenous people that would kick up the land in the first place? And then Mexico had it. Let me think if I'm thinking about them. Yeah. So America, let me think, I'm going to make sure here. Spain did have it for the longest amount of time. So Mexico, so what do they say? So you can make the argument that if America should give it back to Mexico, Mexico should give it back to Spain, and why not go farther and give it back to the Indians? Not to mention that should California secede from the Union, not everybody that lives in California agrees with that government, so what do you do with them? There's a whole bunch of reasons why that's just dumb. Also, common section of Mexican people crying about their empire falling when they weren't even born. Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing every people do. When we judge ourselves by the immutable attributes, such as skin color, heritage, sexuality, instead of based on the merits of the individual. I mean, like, there's people that legitimately think that I'm responsible for the crimes of every white person that happened in this country. Like, even though technically my family didn't immigrate to America until after World War II. Like, okay, this is fucking stupid. It's just the dumbest shit, or gay, yeah, George. I mean, like, but that's what we do, so you're walking down the street, you see a young group of thugs come around the corner, and they're all gangstered out, and they're walking and strutting. And you're thinking, oh shit, am I in trouble? Do I need to go to the other side of the street? You're judging them based off of what you believe their attributes are, what they're wearing, how they're walking, how they're conducting themselves, not knowing a thing about them. So I think that on some level you are supposed to discriminate. It's a survival mechanism. But then if you're going to hold people accountable for actions, you do need to get to know them as a person, and we're not responsible for. The old libertarian saying is this: your life ain't my fault, and mine's none of your business. You know. Every day I wake up and see white skin, I get the urge to help minorities. Yeah, and it makes me wonder, like a lot of the problems that our country is facing is because these middle-aged white Karens think that they speak for the dispossessed and they know what's best for people that they don't know anything about. Like most minorities that I know don't want our help. Like, yeah, that's why I love working in construction. The Marine Corps in construction was a very diverse group of people, and that's where I learned really fast that like none of that shit matters. It matters a lot to a small group of people that don't know shit about what they're talking about, and they have no life experience to base their judgments upon. Here on me, go for you. You're on very thin ice. Who are we talking about, buddy? Stereotypes kill our potential. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know everybody makes judgments. No, I know you're joking. Oh, me, you're good, brother. Um, you're supposed to judge people. It's a survival mechanism. You're walking down the street and you see a group of thugs walking towards you. And I go to 7-Eleven, I get a group of them walking every day. If you were that naive to think that, oh, they're wonderful people, they just dress like they're in a gang, and you just go up there and start, like, you're going to get killed. Like, you can't be naive. You can't be stupid. You're supposed to use your judgment to make rational decisions, but you're not supposed to, affect people based on those judgments. Everybody's supposed to get their fair shake. When I get picked up with the ice, they made me take the COVID vaccine. Damn, that sucks. I don't ban people without permission. I thought of smart gamer. I'll always have your back. So if you do something, and even if we disagree about it, like, don't stress. But yeah, I lean towards not banning people unless they are really being disruptive or saying things that are like that guy that made the comment about my daughter. I didn't react to that for a reason, but generally speaking, I would have banned that guy. Specifically because he talked about my daughter, but in that case, like, I knew that was an alt account for somebody, and I didn't want to give them the satisfaction. I thought if I told people I like Trump, they would like me, but it's just I made them mad. Where I live, the whole town is against Trump. I don't know. People are ideologically possessed, man. This is a weird time we live in, where nobody can have conversations with people they disagree with. I don't understand it personally. I don't. I have people that try to make fun of Trump, thinking they're going to make me angry, and I'm like, okay. Like, I don't. He's just I don't worship anybody. Like, I don't understand it. Back to the Mexico thing, it's insane how they want the territory back when we paid for the land. Well, you got to think who they is, smart gamer. Who's they? They's an idiot at a rally that was probably organized by an organization that's trying to cause problems and create a scene in California. And they're going to say stupid shit. But it's like people that are, like, speak against things that you're for or against. You have to remember they don't actually have power to do anything. It's just another asshole with a microphone. Like Max here, he's asked, Charlie, when are you going to bench 450, 405 again? I don't know. Maybe never. Seems more important to you than me. Splashmaster 03, we can make the world better. I'm black, and don't you know, but I love you as a person. Yeah, I mean, it's relevant to me. I don't care about any of that stuff. Georgie, your mistake was wanting to do it so people would like you. Yes, but we all do that to some degree, some worse than others. And it's like being able to confront that about yourself is part of solving the problem. But it's like, It's like the guy that says something shitty to you on YouTube so that you react, and then he says, "What, are you triggered?" And like I said, as if you're in the wrong for reacting to some comment that somebody made that made you angry, like you're the asshole. Yeah, right. Um, but that's how it works. Um, Max, how much does your mom weigh? She's under 400, right? I don't need to bench that much. I could probably get away with like 350. Hey, dude, don't you think that it's just a front for the real ones with the power? Wait a minute. Don't you think that he is just a front for the real ones with the power? I mean, isn't history told us so far? What I've learned is that a lot of what we think is nefarious or planned is actually uh, inaptitude. Like, some of these groups have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And another thing is that a lot of these politicians are working to stay in office and they're not thinking past, their term. So they're creating issues that they know will have to be addressed by the next guy. Max, if that's you, how many? So what do you do? Do you log on at the same time with multiple accounts, or do you log on one at a time? And explain to me how this works. Like, I don't get it. When are you gonna bench 405? Just out of curiosity, wait, are you back up there yet? I know you seem to go back and forth quite a bit. Oh, that is you. Okay, right on. I actually thought it was another troll. I actually apologize. It is actually you. I mean, I still mean what I said. I mean, looking at your shorts here, let's see, 385, almost there. Oh, good job, man. Well, you should know better than anybody what it's like to get injured. I haven't seen one of your videos in a while. I'm just looking at. God damn it, dude! You're still doing the exact same thing. Would be good. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not disparaging you in any way. I just I could have logged on 6 months ago and your page would have looked identical to the clothes you're wearing. How many black T-shirts do you own? Damn, you're strong though. I'll give you that. Right on, man. Great Friday to all miners. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. This little community, all they do is talk shit about each other, and I just don't get it. I don't know why. Every once in a while, they try to drag me back in, and what they don't understand is there's nothing to drag in. Like I'm not staying away from them because I'm like, oh, I'm not going there. I stay away from them because I just don't fucking care. I just don't get it. It's not interesting. Sometimes it's funny though. Sometimes when you guys go off on each other, it is pretty entertaining. I will give you that. Charlie thinks he's better than all of us. No, it's not even that. It's just it's so. Imagine somebody imagine you're at a gym and you're bench pressing. Has anybody ever walked up to you and got in your face and said, "I'm stronger than you," and you're like, "Oh shit," and then they walk away and you're like, "Who the fuck was that asshole?" That's the YouTube comment section. It's really important that these people have higher numbers than you, and it matters. If I used to think they were joking around, and now it's like, no, they get fucking upset. They are really competing. And to me, it's irrelevant because there's always somebody stronger than you. It's I don't get it. Even if you could beat me personally, are you going to beat the next guy that's the same competition that I am, that plays first when I play second? You're not going anywhere near that guy. And say you do work and you get past that guy, it's there's always somebody stronger somewhere. So I just never understood the whole point of trying to compete with people on YouTube. And it's such a small, narrow bandwidth and use of energy. One day I just woke up and I was like, this is dumb. I'm going to do my thing. And I haven't looked back, and I haven't missed it at all. Like, not even a little. People, they get on, they'll tell me, like, hey, did you see what so and so did? I'm like, no. Like, did you watch his video? No. He's talking about you. I'm like, okay. I mean, I, cool. uh, Forget gym cell, more like bench cell. I mean, there's nothing you could say that's gonna make me care. I don't. You could say the most disparaging, vengeful, you know, I don't know, hateful, whatever. You could say it like that one video you did where you were talking, telling people I was on like a bunch of drugs and or whatever. There was I think the Stolen Valor. You went down that road. You said I was ripping people off on YouTube when I did the GoFundMe for my world's competition trip. But there's a bunch of them. And I thought about all the times where I was actually kind of affected and I did take it personal. And just one day I woke up and I was like, why am I taking this shit personal? Like, these people they don't matter. Like, they're not in my life. They don't pay my bills. We're not friends. We don't hang out. They're irrelevant. They don't compete. They don't even compete. You don't even compete in powerlifting. Like, the people say, well, you're just saying, you're just trying to cope. No, I just don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I wish I did care. I wish I could. Yeah. Like, and that's another one. So you got Coney here. I feel like instead of competing with who can lift the most, we should start fighting and see who will end up as champ. Because I can tell you muscles don't mean winning a fight easy. Like, come to the ring. Give me a hug, buddy. um, you, I mean, I can tell you that I do train, but that doesn't matter. So, most people that weightlift are not training to fight, and most people that fight, you understand that, like, just because someone lifts weights doesn't mean they care about fighting, right? I know plenty of people that are exceptional weightlifters that have never been in the ring and have no intention of being in the ring. And if you were to say that to their face, they would stare at you like you got hit in the head with something and might need medical attention. They would pat you on the head and be like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Are you still here? And and generally speaking, people that talk about how badass they are on YouTube, uh, what it tells the rest of us is that you've got really crippling self-esteem issues, and you've probably never been in a real fight in your life. Because guys that can fight don't talk about it, and they certainly don't scream about it on other people's lifting pages. Just saying. Even if you're not that guy, you don't want to be that guy. He was guilty of instigating drama as well. Yeah, so that was the other thing. I know that they've gotten kind of malicious, like trying to dox each other, trying to affect their pages, like doing really malicious stuff, like they're trying to harm people in real life. And that's unfortunate because I don't know. I just don't understand how any of this has ever gotten to the point of, like, I can't imagine getting to the point where a YouTube comment would cause someone to want to commit an act of harm to another person. Like, I don't understand that. Most martial artists in real life would just put a gun on you. Yeah, dude, I carry a 45 in my truck. Like, that's what's up. I I'm I'm a never lose street fighter. Georgie. Cool. I'm interested in the invite Bobby got to come move in with you and the paper champion. I'm interested in the invite Bobby got to come move in with you. I don't know who the paper champion is, and I don't recall ever inviting Bobby to live with me. And I don't think my wife would allow that. Babe, you're in the chat, aren't you? Coney, even if someone who lifts weights doesn't want to fight, would to get into a fight, they would be able to put up a hard against someone who can fight if they're smart. I'm gonna go ahead and I think what you're saying is strength helps for sure. Georgie, that means you only picked fights you could win and ran away from the ones you couldn't. George, you were kidding around, right? I thought the all caps gave it away. You still lie about the past, sad to see. Okay. Max, like, I don't. Did you understand anything I said 5 minutes ago when I told you I didn't care? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I just don't. I don't know how to say it any differently than that. You're a liar. Cool. Great. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know how to pretend I care enough to want to know about what you're talking about. Because I would normally say, hey, well, give me some context. What are we talking about here? And then maybe you would fill in some blanks like, well, back in March or whatever, someone said this or that. And I'm like, I don't care. I just don't. I don't even know what to say to that. 90,000 views. I don't even know what that means. Brother, I know tons of people that think they're tough just because of the gym. I've gotten a whooping of their lifetime for people who barely go to the gym. We shouldn't be acting like we're tough who should be. I don't know who you're talking about or what you're trying to project on to me. Personally, I don't endorse getting into physical confrontations, which would be considered assault in most cases, or self-defense. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be getting into fights. You never know what the person knows at all. I mean, like, imagine if you get in a bar fight with a guy that looks like BJ Penn, and would you ever think in a million years that guy could whip your ass back in the day, right? Like, the smart thing is to avoid violent confrontation. Like, that's a last resort. Weight classes exist for a reason. Don't start fights with people, and you should probably train to defend yourself. Spencer, what's up, brother? Max, another disgusting video. You aren't a good person. You spend your time online hating others. Yeah, again, don't care. Give Spencer mod. Oh, Spence, what's up, brother? Let's see. I can't hardly see these profile pictures. Hoodoo channel. Just make sure it is what I think it is. Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't know what does moderator do? Like, is it just recognition? I mean, for that, yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, if you're asking if I think, like, I can handle myself in a fight, I would say, yeah, I train pretty hard, and I legitimately train Muay Thai, and I've been training for the last couple of years, and I've had some experiences in kickboxing and boxing and other martial arts like Taekwondo when I was younger, and I think over the average person, I like my odds. And I enjoy it. I love going, like, if you wanted to put pads on and get in the ring and go a few rounds, like, that, I would love nothing more than that. But that's in a safe, regulated environment where your chances are you're as reasonably safe as you could be with two consenting adults. That's fucking sports. That's awesome. But as far as, like, getting in fights in the street or talking tough on YouTube is just retarded. You sound retarded, you look retarded, and nobody believes you anyways. You know, like, it's like, it's something I just can't imagine, like, I don't know. How's it going with your injury? It's going all right. It's healing up. I still haven't done any resistance training. Flapping your gums behind a screen, afraid to leave Texas. Yeah. Should we just block Max now that we can save our brain cells and make everyone else stop bringing him up? You know what's funny? I never blocked him. He wasn't on that list. I think he heard that I took everybody off the list and decided to come back, and he was never on it. and is registered with the police. My powerlifting PRs are 670 or 660 deadlift, 385 on bench, and 620 squat at the 220 weight class. My style is somewhere in between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Son of a veteran, Ernie. Ermy? Is it Ermy? I want Max to stay around as I find him to be a lol cow. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Max. Like, he's fine. You can't block me, Prophet. I'll get you and your little feet. So, answer my question. So, did you log off your weather account and log on to this one, or are you both at the same time? Yeah, so, and all those numbers were at the age of 48. I want to say that one. Yeah, that was a good year. 48 or 49. I'll have to go look. But yeah, I know. I think I finished like ranked third in the world for my age and weight class. That was a good year, man. Matt's just crashing out. No, Matt's fine. I've known Matt a long time. He's awesome. Win, what's up? Well, guys, I wanted to do more, but I can't spend all night online. I've got shit I got to do. So, I wanted to do some benching. I wanted to try bench out, but maybe I could do that later on. And Max, if you're available, you can come watch that because there'll be some really pathetic numbers. I'm going to do probably 100 pounds on the Smith. Did I get a flame there? All right, guys, I'm going to get off. I don't know what to say, man. I wish I could say something to follow up. All are welcome. I just don't think I honestly don't even think that the shit talking is that funny. I think it's funny in my chair I can outlift Millhouse. I don't even know how that's relevant. You know what I mean? It's like, you guys aren't even the same genre of exercise. He lifts totally different than you, and it's like, that doesn't even make sense as to why that would be relevant. Like, he's not trying to max out. Like, why? It's like going to I don't even know. It's like going to a Zumba class and saying you can outbench them or something. They don't do the same stuff as you. I don't even know how you could think that's bragging. Like, not everybody's trying to bench 400 pounds. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I don't get it personally, but. All right, guys. I love y'all. I will see you on the battlefield. Later, Max.